What is going on, you GBA type people? It's Sock here with another week for the Pickem crew, and I'm joined by a guest this time.
Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Coach of the God, and I'm finally back. That was, my bad on the last week's Pickem video not going up. Sock was moving, and I had just gotten back from my vacation, which I did not find a Kyogre, by the way.
Damn it! That was your entire thing, was to get Kyogre,
I know,
man.
I tried.
Come on.
I didn't see any whales. I was kind of upset.
Man.
But yeah, that was definitely my bad last week. But we had to make sure that both of us were here this week to make it up to you guys.
He's definitely part of Team Magma. But let's get into Week 7. Actually, let's get into Week 6, because we really didn't cover that because we didn't get a show up last week.
No.
So, popping in Week 6 quick, as we can see, a lot of us did very well. We had one person going 5-3, which was, Melon. Doing the worst out of anyone that week, which is kind of weird considering Melon's kind of been a safe bet to be the best analyst.
Yeah.
However, me and Aaron went 7-1. The only game we all got wrong, of course, was the Montreal Habsoul's game.
Somebody really, really needs to buy Danza an egg timer for Christmas.
Honestly, though,
Like he just likes timers so much. Just send him a timer for anything.
And in his next video, everyone just comment timer emojis.
Yeah, just do it, please.
Going into last week's picks, Week 7, as we can see, a couple of us did very, very well. A couple of us didn't. Do you have anything to say, Austin?
I did so bad, man.
Even I did well. Come on, man.
To be fair, okay, Lars is always a pretty good safe bet. Cybertron's been playing extremely well. I pick Tom every week, and I just
lock him every week.
I lock him every week, and I just thought Kyle could get it done.
So looking at it, I went completely 7th degree Tup fandom, and I'm like, Tup has this game in the bag. Mega Scizor destroys Tom, and look what happened. Mega Scizor doing work.
You know, I mocked for Tom for that game, and Tom had a really good team. I don't know if something else happened, like Tup didn't bring something that I didn't bring or what, but it didn't go over so well for me, and apparently the real game didn't go over so well for Tom.
Yeah, it definitely did not go the best for him. However, a couple other games pretty safe. The Drum Dragons beating the Victorian Shadows, kind of easy to call. The Kansas City Giraffe Chiefs beating the Tennessee Trubbish, kind of an easy call. The New York Noibats beating the Pittsburgh Pichus. Most of us got that right.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty 50-50 game, though.
So going into this week of Week 8, your current Pick'em's leader is Melantosh, followed very, very closely by Shiny Sableye, aka Ben, and Aaron, and you guys at the fan Discord are right behind. So, it's not over yet. Be sure to submit your picks in the fan Discord, join in, tell the other fans why you think that team will win. But, let's get into Week 8 of the picks. We are over halfway through. And I couldn't be more excited to get into this first game, which one of my favorite anime called us in a sporting match, a battle at the garbage dump. Not belittling the coaches, but they are the two worst at the moment. It's the Tennessee Trubbish versus the Miami Donphans, which is definitely I am, versus Kyle A.
Let's just stop and think for a second real quick. There will be one team that has at least one win. I'm just throwing that out there right now, and I have to go with my boy Kyle. I do. Look, all I'm saying, before we jumped in this call, Sock is going to sit here and talk about Kyurem White. I'm just saying that Kyle's got like 4 or 5 things that can revenge Kyurem White. I'm just throwing that out there.
This is very, very true. However, like, his Ubers stack well against Deathleys. Like, Zekrom loves to be in versus Kyurem White as long as it's not into Ice Beaming. And Greninja just slaps around Gothitelle with Dark Pulses to the mouth, and it just destroys it.
Oh, yeah.
However, this doesn't change the fact he does not have a switch into Hoopa Unbound. Like, Deathly goes into Hoopa Unbound. Kyle picks his sack. Kyle picks another sack, because they can't take more than 2. And if he loses Excadrill, and Zekrom gets any damage to around 75%, Volcarona can clean, because Mega T-Tar's not coming to this game when there is a Tapu Fini, a Kyurem White, a Mega Aggron, a Virizion, a Magnezone that can deal with it, a Flygon that can deal with it, Hoop Unbound can deal with it. It does not have a good matchup this week to come.
I mean, sure, but like I said, I feel like if Kyle can get rid of the Kyurem White, it's just going to be, pretty smooth sailing for him there, because Excadrill, I firmly believe, can 1v1 a Mega Aggron, especially like Sugar Berry, Excadrill. I think it 1v1 the Mega Aggron. You get rid of Kyurem White, Mega Aggron, and I feel like Greninja can just kind of clean after that. I mean, Tapu Fini,
that is a case, yes. However, Virizion does a lot of work here. And along with like a Scarf Tentacle I mean Nihilego, and Scarf Tapu Fini is...
What up, FBI?
It's not... What up? And Scarf Tapu Fini is not terrible, because it helps pressure things like Zekrom with a Moonblast, like Zygarde with an Ice Beam, Excadrill with Surf, Mega Tyranitar with Hidden Power Fighting. I mean, I'm kidding. Surf, Moonblast, whatever it wants to do.
We're also sitting here and talking about Kyle like he's not going to bring the heatest of sets. Okay?
Kyle brings heat sets, but he brings bad heat sets. There's a difference between good heat and bad heat. I would know.
I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. That Kyle is probably going to bring some heat that definitely is not ready for. I'm picking Kyle this week.
I definitely just needs to play hyper offense in this game, because Kyle cannot outbulk him. His only real reliable bulk is Slowbro, and that gets whittled down very, very quickly.
That's very true.
Like, definitely just plays hyper offense and he wins this way. It's going to be a fun matchup, and I'm honestly looking forward to seeing the Battle at the Garbage Dump.
I hope they don't call that.
Shoutouts to Haiku if you watch that.
No one's a weeb here. Don't weeb that on me.
Oh, that's false.
Don't weeb that on me.
Anyway, let's get into our next matchup, which is the San Diego Chargers versus the New York Noibats, which is Lord Envy versus Mewtwo fan Nate. Now, Envy. Spadeflugia is going to have to carry you this week, as you don't switch into Mewtwo and not going to delve very well, yet your Alolan Muck and Shaman do the same to him. So, it's kind of a flip-flop here if we look at it.
I'm like, just Alolan Muck can more than likely switch in on Mewtwo every single time, especially if it's assault-vested.
I think Mewtwo gets Earth Power. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I know it gets stupid coverage, but its main forms of attacks are Psy Strike and what I think it's Aura Sphere. But even then, in the Assault Vest, Alolan Muck doesn't care, and you're just gonna Pursuit Trap the Mewtwo, and then it's just gonna drop. So I feel like Muck can switch in on both of Nate's Ubers to kind of open the door for both of Emby's Ubers.
Like Lugia and Giratina Origin. Giratina Origin actually does a decent amount of work. However, it helps check Terrakion, which Envy does not like otherwise. Like 3 attacks like Stab, Duel, being Rock, Fighting, and like Earthquake, deal a lot of damage. But getting rid of Giratina means Terrakion can win.
Yeah.
However, I do think Mega Gyarados comes as well on Nate's side to help check that.
Yeah. I mean, Emby can easily trap the Terrakion with Dugtrio, assuming that it's not a Scarf Terrakion. I mean, Dugtrio can trap the Terrakion and then kill it dead. But even if it's not Scarf Terrakion, for Nate rather, Z-move Terrakion is kind of scary at the same time. Like, I think Terrakion gets Aerial Ace. It's like something like Flying MZ to kill the Shaman would be kind of cool to see.
It'd be fun to see another fighting type go flying. I haven't seen that in a little bit.
Yeah, well, that bear is not quite as good as the bull, but you know.
Okay, let's not even start on
We'll
that one.
We'll just leave that at that.
Let's just move into our next game, as everyone in the Pickem crew is picking Lord Envy, and we all have our reasons. But next game we have the Durham Dragon versus the New York Napoleon, which is 6-foot trash versus Goldoa Dragon.
Before we get into my boy hashtag Burrito Gang, I just want to point out that all of the picks from Zilix may or may not have been randomized.
I may or may not have yelled, "Hey Siri, flip a coin."
And she may or may not flip the coin.
And there we go.
Yeah, see? I just want to point
She
that
made.
out there.
This is why you must get your picks in time, fellows.
Mm-hmm.
Fellow kids, be sure to follow in not Zilix's footsteps.
Yeah, don't be like Zilix. Do your stuff.
Do your homework on
So
time.
anyways, as I was saying, hashtag Burrito Gang is here again to claim some more souls. And I feel like he's going to do it. I really do not like picking against Goldoa because he's my friend. I feel like we're pretty good friends. But the fact that Goldoa has to keep getting these awful matchups just makes me feel so bad. Like, yeah, Tapu Fini's terrain is going to stop Marshadow from shadow sneaking around, but it's not going to stop it from, Spectral thieving you into the dirt. It's really not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tapu Beyblade's terrain really isn't the best for him because I feel like a Ditto copy of Marshadow would just destroy him. Because if you look at Leo's side, a Marshadow matchup against that team is not appreciated.
That's not wrong. I don't think Leo's actually going to let that happen, but...
Exactly, that's the one thing. If it does happen, Goldoa can easily win this game.
I don't want to say easily because it's still Leo, but yeah, it's...
Nah.
If Goldoa can get the Ditto transformed into the Marshadow, then yes, it's going to be a very, very hard game for Leo, but I just don't think that Leo's actually going to let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just...
something else to note is Reshiram does a lot of work here as well. Mm-hmm. Being able to pressure most of Leo's defensive core. Call him Diet Tight about to stall them all out.
Oh, God.
But yeah, Necrozma can do some decent work here. Probably just setting up on the Cresselia because it can't do much back to it.
I mean, really, toxic, but yeah.
That's about it.
That's about it. But, Leo's Ubers are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie here.
Yeah, Darkrai does a lot of damage this week. Yeah. Marshadow does a lot this week. And something else to note is Nidoking actually looks really, really solid this week. Superior, Vaporeon, Donphan, Scrafty, Mega Beedrill. Scarf Nidoking can deal with all those fairly handily. Mm-hmm. So it's something to be careful of. Leo has a lot of offensive checks this game, and I can't pick against it.
Trick Room, Max Attack, Stack Attacka looks pretty good.
Max Attack, Stack Attacka?
That's my boy.
That's a good Pokemon.
Young Wall is here.
It's here, it is now. You know what else is here and now? Our next matchup, the Borussia Donphan versus the Pittsburgh Piratettatus, which is Lars, aka El Scissor, versus Old Man Tup. Now, first, can I get a raise the Jolly Roger in the comment section for how well Tup is doing recently? And then we look at this week's matchup.
Yeah, poor Tup has to play Mega Lucario 2 weeks in a row due to the trade that went down between the Sharpedos and the Donphans, where Lars acquired Mega Lucario from Tom 1 week after Tup had to play the Mega Lucario, who was, being controlled by Tom. So poor Tup, man. And
poor Tup.
Last week, I said it to myself, Tup gets dunked on by Mega Lucario. Just straight up dunked on.
Mm-hmm.
And
now,
so different
however, Deoxys Attack and Mega Lucario are very, very, I'll say it again, very scary to look at. That being said, he doesn't have it anymore, as in the Deoxys Attack. Instead, I'm pretty sure he now has just that Mega Lucario, but he still has a Mr. Man to look down, which nobody wants to in the hands of Lars. But one thing does help Tup this week. Battle Bond Greninja. It has a really solid matchup against here. If he can get rid of Mega Lucario or get damage on it and get rid of Jirachi, he can just spam Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, and Dark Pulse and clean his team.
He needs to get rid of Azu, and Grin just has so much fun against this team.
Yeah, Gren I think is his win con. If Gren goes down, Tup does not win this game in my opinion. he has a very, very easy shot to it as well.
Yeah, but like we said earlier, Tuff's been playing very, very well, despite having to be, kind of lower down on the power rankings for whatever reason. No shade thrown.
Mm-hmm. No shade thrown. We love our power rankings, people. It's just, there may be one or two things we would shift.
Might be a couple juice rankings there, but,
Okay.
Yeah,
you know what else is juiced?
I can do my Boyd Tub like that.
You want to know what else is juiced? Kyurem Black along with Mega Lucario.
Yeah, that's...
Like, against Tub's team, yikes from me. Like, he can literally just run bulk for the rest of his team. Like, Rock Shirachi, defensive Tangrowth, and Mandibuzz. Just make sure Entei doesn't become too much of a threat, which is why I think Azumarill needs to come as well. Either Azumarill or like a defensive Landorus Incarnate, which we all know Lars is not running a defensive Lando in this lifetime.
Not in my lifetime.
No, but yeah, like I'm not gonna say it's easy to see what 6 like Lars is gonna bring, but it's kind of clear cut. Aerodactyl has like no matchup this game. It doesn't really help check stuff because it gets outsped by Zeraora, which does a lot of work, by the way. That Salazzle really doesn't do too much because
shouldn't even make an appearance in this game.
Salazzle shouldn't come. Cofagrigus just gets dunked on by Mega Greninja. It's basically a Mega. Battle Bond Greninja. Heliolisk does not appreciate seeing Mega Scizor, even if it does have HP Fire. It's not living it.
I still think Heliolisk comes because if Lars doesn't run Electric Z, Kyurem Black, Heliolisk is one of his better ways to hit the melodic, if it's that stupid Flame Orb Marvel Scale 1.
Very, very true. However, I do think that Electrium Z Kyurem Black comes because it's his best way of dealing with that. Or he could bring Scarf in order to help surprise the Shaman Sky. But if he does, he needs to worry about Zeraora switching in very easily. So it's a flip-flop game.
Zeraora's got a pretty good matchup here. I'm just going to throw this out here right now, guys. Zeraora gets bounce. So, like, Z bounce Zeraora to hit the Tangrowth incoming? Question mark?
Pretty sure I got hit by that by JB.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. That's our boy.
I've gotten hit by so many flying EMZ moves in my lifetime. It sucks.
Just watching that animation of those things flying through the air.
It's like, really? I'm about to get bounced on again? What else is getting bounced? This next game.
Okay.
The Kansas City Jirachis versus the San Jose Sharpedos.
So, I'm just going to say it now. I'm a man of my word. I'm going to continue to take Tom till the end of the season. And I'm going to continue to lock him because I'm a man of my word. However, Groudon is such a stupid Pokemon. Why was it allowed? Who allowed this thing to be here? I don't understand. It makes me so mad that that thing is on the docks that I am looking at right now.
You said the same thing about Reshiram and PCL.
Yeah, well,
and look what happened.
That was your fault. I can 100% blame you for that. I have no idea who to blame for Groudon. I really want to think that to be completely honest, I feel like I should blame Aaron because
just blame Aaron. Hashtag blame Aaron.
The GBA used PCL and BBL's docks to kind of make their own little tiers, and I know full well that the BBL had Groudon. So
yep, blame Aaron. Hashtag blame Aaron.
Don't hashtag blame Aaron with a fire type. I'm getting PTSD from it today.
It's not a fire type. It's just pure ground type. It
doesn't get fire
you're
right.
Until it goes
Either way, it's
not Omega form. Pure primal form thing. Yeah.
Either way, Tom has a really hard time dealing with that thing.
Yeah, that and Mega Aerodactyl are very, very scary for Tom because of his newfound Ho-Oh and Conkeldurr. And there's a thing called Weavile that really doesn't appreciate rock moves. Araquanid doesn't appreciate its dual stab. Cloyster does not appreciate rock moves. Scizor does not appreciate the ground shaking or a random hidden power fire or a fire bang, for example. Like, Tom does not like Mega Aerodactyl and Groudon at all.
No, he doesn't. But I do know that I was talking to Tom earlier, and he does like his team quite a bit more with Ho-Oh, just because Ho-Oh is a lot more fun to use, is what he told me. So I'm kind of interested to see what he's going to do with it. However, like you said, Groudon and Mega Aerodactyl are almost impossible to switch in on safely.
Yeah, they just kind of poop on him.
They just kind of drop a big old deuce on his desk.
Kind of like how some of the coaches have been dropping deuces on other coaches.
Man, it's been a weird season already. Like,
you want to know what's another weird thing? This next game. The Melbourne Rotoms versus the Los Angeles Needle Kings.
I swear to God,
AKA Cybertron.
I swear to God, if Danza goes to timer one more time this season, I want everybody to mail him an egg timer. I will acquire his address, and I want everybody to mail him an egg timer of various shapes and sizes.
Of various shapes and sizes.
I don't care. I'm so sick and tired of seeing this man.
This man uses his Pokemon games to cook his food.
He does.
Oh, we're 17 turns in. Time to flip the burgers.
He really does. That is the best thing I've heard all night about it. He actually just does the timer with all of them. He just uses his game to cook his food. But in all seriousness,
it's a weird matchup this week.
It's a really weird matchup.
It's really, really cool, though.
I mean, Aaron's been playing very, very well, but and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Palkia gets Earth Power.
It does.
So, theoretically speaking, Palkia can poop all over Aaron's 2 Ubers. But Mega Lopunny exists, Kartana exists. Wobbuffet, we've seen Aaron use that stupid-ass Wobbuffet pretty well.
Why are you calling it stupid, man? It just wants to hug you and click counter.
I don't want that thing near me.
As a Garchomp, I can see it.
I don't want that thing near me, man. I really genuinely think that the way that Aaron's been playing, if Aaron doesn't let Danza take it to timer, I think Aaron can walk away with it.
Something that I've been seeing a little bit of is actually like a Gengar set. Like, Gengar does a lot of good stuff this game, especially with Z moves. Like, Fightinium Z could be really nice here, or maybe like Psychinium Z to get rid of Pex.
Yeah.
But I could see a couple of it because it really helps versus Aegislash. Icy Wind can slow down the Rayquaza, or Rayquaza, or Rayquazia, or however you say it.
That is Rayquaza.
Like Psychic for Pex, Shadow Ball, or like Sucker Punch. From what I actually came up with a pretty funny set. Sucker Punch to take the Mega Wobbuffet off and kind of start seeing what it's gonna do. Kartana does not live anything.
No.
It's sorry, Shay, but it's dead.
It's dead.
Icy Wind for the Gligar. Shadow Ball hits Circuitry. Shadow Ball hits itself. Like, it does a lot of work. And then there's just a Crocodile sitting right there.
Yeah. So back to the Kartana thing. That is our boy Shay's favorite Pokemon, but that thing's got -2 Spadef and dies to an HP poison.
It dies to an HP poison.
But it still has a decent matchup here. Like, Bulu.
True.
Bulu can strengthen Kartana's own Leaf Blades and such, but Aaron obviously has to watch out for the Hawlucha. But the big thing is that I don't really think Toxapex should come to this game. The reason being, Tapu Bulu can 1v1 it if Aaron doesn't run Sludge Bomb, which he really shouldn't on a Toxapex, but Bulu can 1v1 it. Crocodile can definitely kill it. Some form of Savali can kill it. Mega Zam, Como, and Gengar all have ways to kill it. Toxapex should not come. What should come is Wobbuffet. I really think Wobbuffet should come. It just poops all over Danza's special attackers. I think the special attackers are going to be the biggest deal here on Danza's side. So.
True. Very, very true.
Just Mega Zam does a number to him.
Mega Zam looks really fun, too.
Yeah, Mega Zam looks really good. Palkia looks really good. I just feel like if Aaron can beat up on the special attackers early on, I think Aaron can win this game. Or try to stay as healthy as possible from timer rules.
Very true. Going into our second to last game, we have the Victorian Shadows versus the Houston Team Rockets, which is the Necrostevo versus Randy HLD.
The
now,
Necrostevo.
the Necros Devo. Now, the Necros Devo has Megazord X along with Xerneas, and it can pressure a lot of Randy's team, including Yveltal, Megalodios, Hippowdon, things like Metagross. It can help pressure Porygon 2. Helps pressure a lot of Necros' good bulk. If Hippowdon gets weakened at all, Xerneas plus Megazord X can break his entire team. However, I do see something like an AV Metagross to help stopping Xerneas.
So, as an Ubers player, I do know for a fact that Xerneas is the superior of the box legends. However, Xerneas cannot touch Porygon 2. And to be completely honest, not a lot of Necros team wants to hit the field at the same time as Porygon 2. I think it's just so stupidly fat. Fear the duck.
Fear the duck.
Fear the duck.
The Mighty Ducks.
That is the boy.
The Mighty Duck be coming through.
Yeah.
Something that I could also see doing work is Mienshao. Could be really useful to help
Cool.
U-turn and pressure Randy and do some fun U-turn shenanigans.
I mean, basically all it's just going to do is just U-turn and regen up. But I'm just saying, Scar's Xerneas looks really, really cool and good once you get rid of the Metagross. And you have to you have to bring away to 1v1 the Porygon 2. You just have to. If you can't break the Porygon 2, you will not win this game.
Very true. Now, Randy, take all of what I said, put it in your back pocket, and then bring out the Zygarde Pupper. Like, it is the best boy and wipes if Xerneas drops. Like, Dragon Dance with like 1,000 arrows, Outrage, and something like Sludge Wave can clean.
Yeah. I mean, Psyduck is a good boy.
It's a good boy.
Yeah, good boy.
It's a good pupper.
Yes.
But yeah, Zygarde Pupper is going to be the best pupper this week, in my opinion. And this is why it's going to be my game of the week. Because this game is going to come down to how well can Zygarde Pupper do versus Scarf Xerneas, a like Megazord X. How well can Randy pressure around to try and... How well can Randy make this easier for Zygarde to win is my main thought on it.
I mean, yeah, I could probably go for Game of the Week, but I'm going for Game of the Week for clickbaity reasons. Xerneas and Yveltal in the same game is thumbnail heaven.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be that's games collide, as the title's probably gonna end up looking like.
Please.
Please. That's all Awesome wants to see. But this is actually going to be my lock of the week. I am locking the Houston Team Rockets here as Randy. I can't lock against the Pupper.
It's pretty safe. It's a pretty safe lock.
He has a lot of damage and a lot of bulk just to kind of outwit and outlast the Megazord X and Xerneas. Call him Survivor out here.
Speaking of outwitting and outlasting, how about we move on into our last game this week?
Which is the Pittsburgh Pichus versus the Montreal Absols. Which is Nonexus versus Aster J.
Aster wins, straight up.
Literally. It's not even funny.
I don't even have to really talk about it a whole lot. Aster's team is just so much better than Nexus's team, in my honest opinion. I mean, the only way that I can see Nexus winning this game is if he pulls out some heat tech. But on paper, Aster's team is just so much better.
Like, Tornadus Therian plus Mega Mawile destroys his entire existence, and that's not even mentioning the fact that he has, a Lunala. Like, those top three Pokemon, Mega Mawile, Lunala, and Tornadus Therian, just do so much work.
Like, the most problematic Pokemon for Aster on Nexus's team is Celesteela. And even then, it can't stay alive forever against this team. It really can't.
Very true.
Like, Mega Mawile can run coverage for it.
Nidoqueen has coverage for it.
Yeah, Rotom Wash has coverage for it. Tyranitar gets Fire Punch. Salamence gets Fire Blast.
Can we get Brazilian Tar?
No.
I want to see Special Tar.
Please don't.
Yes, please. I want to see it.
DD Tar looks so much better. Please don't do this.
But Special Tar in the memes!
Aster doesn't need a meme. He needs to bring 3 Pokemon and he wins this game.
You're not wrong. That's why you can meme with the last.
I mean, that's fair. Yo, Aster.
But for real.
Aster, bring Special T-Tar. Just for Sock.
Yes, please. That's all I want to see. Dude, if he brings special tar, I'm going to be so happy.
If he brings special tar, I get to shave your head.
No. That's a no. Unless you're trying to make the 10-hour drive up here.
Hashtag head shave.
No, I will not shave my
Do
head.
it.
I've already done that twice, thank you.
Hashtag head shave in the comments for me, please.
No. Anyway, is that all from your smart aleckness, Austin?
Yeah, I don't really have much to say on this last game. I'm pretty well content with picking Aster.
Alright, well, I think that is going to be it from us today, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Austin, thank you very much for coming back and proving you're a member of Team Magma.
Mega Camel's better anyways.
Okay. Anyway, I think we're going to get on out today, guys. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Austin, do you have any last words?
No, thanks for watching, guys.
Alright, guys. Peace out, Scouts.
Bye.